Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Skuntank. Now Skuntank is probably one of my favourite Pokemon since I used it in one of my playthroughs. I think it was the Platinum playthrough and I fell in love with it and it has since become one of my mascots, obviously being part of the Suffolk Skuntanks. Now, for Skuntank, it has relatively okay stats across the board. They are a little bit lower than I would like, or than I think anyone would like. But its HP is really, really good. I am going to be talking about two generic sets and two Dynamax sets today, which is hopefully going to come across very nicely. Now, the first set we have is a support set, so using Skuntank as a sort of fast support in this case. We've got leftovers as our item. You could have Black Sludge, just in case you get tricked, for example. So Black Sludge is definitely an option to have as well. And then I've put Aftermath as the ability, and that basically, if you faint by the hands of another Pokemon, they will then lose some of their HP, which is really, really handy, especially if it's kind of late game and you want to just sack off Pokemon. And that can happen. It can dwindle down another Pokemon as well. So we have Defog, Toxic, Haze, and Poison Jab. I'm not sure if Toxic is a transfer move. I don't think it is on Skuntank, but it might be. So do double check that on Cerebi if you want Toxic on here, because I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. We've got Defog to get rid of hazards. Now the good thing about Skuntank, it's not really affected by things like Stealth Rocks, because it's not super effective. So you're not going to see your health hugely dwindle from coming in on that. And as well, you absorb the toxic spikes, which is really good. Using Defog to get rid of any other hazards. We've got Toxic to start racking up damage on different Pokemon because it can be really handy just to have a limited time on Pokemon so nothing can really set up. We've got Haze to eliminate any stat changes because sometimes Pokemon will set up, it just happens, and if you can bring in a Pokemon to Haze and get rid of all that, then that can be really helpful. And then for an attack, I just went for Poison Jab, which is a generically strong poison type attack. It's boosted by Stab. EVs, I've gone for max HP and max speed with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack. You could always run defensive or specially defensive if you wanted to, but I think allowing that speed to be in there definitely allows for things like Haze to happen much more effectively, and also Defog, and as well as your defenses not being absolutely amazing, so you're not guaranteed to live too many hits. The second set we have is a Life Orb Nasty Plot set. So Skuntank can take advantage of Nasty Plot. Its special attack is base 71, so not the worst thing in the world, but also not amazing, not really good. But if you can use a Nasty Plot, you've then gone up from 241 to 482, and that is without even having the modest nature, without even having plus special attack. So that's really, really good. Not to mention you haven't even spoke about the Life Orb addition on this as well, and things like Stab on the Sludge Bomb and Dark Pulse. So moves, we've got Flamethrower, which is really good for Steel types. Getting rid of those Steel types can be so handy because they can just be an absolute pain. And then you've got Sludge Bomb and Dark Pulse as two stab moves, which are really quite powerful. We've also got Stench, the ability, so the Pokemon's attacks without a chance to flinch will have a 10% chance to flinch. So essentially, your Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, and Dark Pulse will have a 10% chance to flinch. Any Pokemon, well actually the Dark Pulse won't because it already does have the chance to flinch, but the Sludge Bomb and the Flamethrower have the opportunity to flinch. Not to mention the Sludge Bomb also having the chance to poison as well. EVs, I've gone for max special attack and max speed. I've put a Timid Nature on this one, just to outspeed any, I think base 100 Pokemon would be outsped if they're not invested in a Jolly or Timid Nature or a Fast Nature. At least I think that is the case, and also it outspeeds a lot of different Pokemon, so it can be handy there. But if you want to run the modest one, you can run modest. If you want to run max HP, again, that's your option, just depending on what you're looking for in a Pokemon, what you need to fulfill your team. Now for the first Dynamax set, we have a Choice Scarf set. So as I said, that speed isn't the most amazing in the world, but if we put a Choice Scarf on there, that would be really effective. Now, the good thing about when you Dynamax is that the Choice Scarf is not activated, so you're not going to have that speed boost, but you are going to have the freedom to click different moves. Now, on this set, I've gone for Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, Toxic, and Hex. Now, We spoke about Sludge Bomb and Dark Pulse, but Sludge Bomb becomes max ooze when you're Dynamax, and that raises your special attack by 1 stage each time. If you can do that 3 times, that's 2.5 times an increase on your stat, and that will take you to easily in the 500s, which is really quite a nice stat, allowing for you to be able to hit for quite a lot of power. We've got Stench the ability again here, which allows for those flinches, and then I've put Toxic and Hex. So Toxic, start racking up damage on different Pokemon. Again, you can force them to switch without setting up on you. And then you've got Hex. When you've Toxic to Pokemon, or Status to Pokemon, Hex doubles in its power, so that's really, really handy to have there as well. EVs, I've gone for max special attack and max speed with Intimidations and more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Obviously, if you want to run Modest, you can, and even if you want to run choice specs on this set, again, you can as well. It is up to you kind of what roles you need to fulfill, but there are a couple of different options you can do. And the final set, taking advantage of that base 93 attack stat, is a choice band set. So we have Choice Band on here. Again, Stench the ability, because Stench really works here. We have Rock Smash, Crunch, Poison Jab, and Play Rough as our attacks. Now, Rock Smash is probably a move that you wouldn't expect to be on this set, but when you Dynamax, you allow that to turn to Max Knuckle, which is going to raise up your attack by 1 stage each time. So you can raise it up by 3 stages and have an absolutely huge attack stat by the end of it. And then boosted by stabs and the Choice Band, you can have an even higher attack stat. The Crunch is a stab dark type move as well, so that's really good. Poison Jab, as I mentioned before, stab, poison type move, and then Play Rough just to hit a variety of different things that you haven't already been able to hit. EV has gone for max attack and max speed with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Obviously, if you want to run this as max HP instead of an Adamant Nature, you can, or if you just want to run the Adamant, that is an option as well. It just depends on what you're looking for. This is just one idea for this set. That is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of it, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.